Hey everybody, it's Chav, Nobody Else's Auto. We are here at one of the most amazing collections in the country, the Harold Wart Pioneer Village in Minden, Nebraska. We've brought you a lot of videos from here in the past. We're here doing some more cool stuff today. Got a full playlist on the channel if you want to check some of this stuff out, but this is an absolutely amazing collection. 300 plus cars and trucks here, and we're going to highlight one of them in this video and share a super cool one with you, at least one that I think is super cool and super unique. The 1948 Chrysler. Now you can see we had a Chrysler here, but this isn't your typical 48 Chrysler. This is actually a town and country Woody convertible. Yes, Chrysler actually made a true Woody convertible in this era, and this is an example of it. I believe this car is pretty much all original. States it was bought in 1967 for the collection. So this was essentially a 19-year-old used car when it was purchased and added to this magnificent collection here in Minden, Nebraska. We can see some chips and some scuffs in the paint, things like that, but hey, that's because I believe this to be a pretty much original car. Now, as we walk around this thing and we look at this, this is actual wood. This isn't painted metal, this isn't airbrushed, this is wood, actual wood that these bodies were made out of. Obviously, the convertible, the top mechanism would go down on it. We can kind of work our way around here. It is tight in here, but we can get around to the back of this car a little bit here and really see some of the uniqueness of this wooden design. Now, obviously the trunk lid, this is all wood. These taillights actually are mounted on wooden stands that are part of the body. The trunk light, which is similar to a standard Chrysler one, actually mounted on a wood. You can see around the edge how the wood was made specifically for the trunk light. Massive trunk hinges for this big wooden trunk lid. Those are original. And even clear back here on the bumper, a big bumper badge that clearly says Town and Country. These were such a unique car. As we kind of work our way around this side, we can get a little better look at it. We can take a peek inside of it here because the windows are down on this side. We can see this even had its own dash bezel. Town and Country right in the center of the dash. Super unique car. Look at the dome lights back there on the rear corners. And like I said, this is big, thick wood around here. These are just cool cars. Town and Country badges on the sides of the hood. And just very, very unique. You don't see a lot of these cars. This one, what's so cool about this car, as well as almost all the other cars in this collection, they're original. Some of them may have had repairs done at some point in time, but those were repairs that were done when the vehicle was being driven. These cars were secured for this collection and added to the collection as they found them. Other than maybe if it was missing a hubcap, they would put a hubcap on it to make sure it looked good for the display. But a lot of these cars are original, and that's what's so cool about this Town and Country. These cars are hard to find. A lot of them have been restored to a very high standard because they are a very desirable car, and there's nothing wrong with that. But finding one in this condition with a few scuffs and a few scratches in it because it's never been messed with is pretty amazing. And that's what's so great about this collection. When we look at these two Chryslers sitting here right next to it, we see the outside sun visors on those cars. Reason being, that's what those cars had on them when they were found. That's how they're on display here. It's a pretty neat collection. And this Town and Country, a great example of that, of it being an original preserved car that has been in this collection for well over 50 years. So when you think about it, this car is a 1948 model. So 70 plus years old, but it has spent over 50 of those 70 plus years sitting here preserved in a dry environment, protected from the elements, and preserved in this state. So it's pretty cool, and it's something you don't see very often. It's a cool color. It's a cool car. The green against all the wood, I almost said wood grain, but this is wood. and just a neat, neat old car. So, hope you guys enjoyed this thing. I love highlighting some of the specific vehicles from here. Obviously, no way to do them all. There's too many of them with over 300 here. But always like selecting a few while we're here and sharing some of them with you. But to really experience this thing, you've got to be here. Minden, Nebraska, the Harold Wart Pioneer Village. It is an amazing collection. You will not regret it, and it is a must-see. There's something here for everybody. Literally, from telephones to trains, they've got it. So there's literally something here for everybody that you're traveling with to see. But for us car and truck nuts, it's a must-see place. No doubt you've got to be here. So stay tuned. We've got a full playlist on the channel with what we've shared with you from Pioneer Village. Be sure to check that stuff out. You don't want to miss it. And definitely get by here to check this place out. So we're going to go wander around, see what else cool, what other kind of cool cars we can find. So we sure hope you enjoyed the old Chrysler Town and Country. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up. We sure hope you enjoyed this video. And we sure hope to see you soon on the next one.